Okay, we're going to take a little walk here across the footbridge that we put in last year. And now we're going to the beginning of the path that I put in this year. I also cleaned out all the scrub and stuff. So this is 36-inch wide footpath. That's just chipping stuff from the wood chipper when I chipped up all the stuff I cleaned out. You can basically see there's no scrub between here and the street. All right, so now we're coming up here on the steps that I just finished building. As I had said, the center stringer is prefab from Home Depot, but I cut blocks to put on the steps on each side to level it up. The base is that's a 2 by, I think that's a 2 by 10. It's an old one that I had that's just dug into the ground. And the height of that was derived by figuring out the rise and the run of the prefab stringer, using it to adjust, moving it back and forth until I got the spot where the rise and run hit at a reasonable place, and therefore I measured how long I needed to make this platform to get out to the top or the first tread. And then I just made everything multiples of 1 by 6, allowing for a 1/4 inch gap and all that. I did dado. In fact, it's a kind of an angled dado. I had to, there's a bend right in the middle of it. I couldn't find my router, so I had to use my belt sander to round over the handrails. These balls I bought from online from someplace, but the little round discs that they're sitting on, I made those using jigsaw and a belt sander and a drill. Got them going. Where the side stringers meet up with the let's call it the floor joists for the decking, I put metal plates and drywall screws. And of course the actual post, the lower bolt is actually into the stringer and the upper bolt is actually into the floor joist. So it ain't going nowhere. The design of these and this measurements were basically from the little footbridge that I had ordered that last year. I would have to tell you, all the hardware and everything, I guess the materials just for this and the footpath, it probably $250. It wasn't cheap. It adds up. Maybe not 250, 200. Let's say $200. In other words, I guess what I'm thinking is the $1,200 I paid for the bridge. Free delivery is looking better. There's a lot of work. It probably took me 40 hours, and there's the site from the driveway. So if you drive down the driveway, you get about halfway down, and there's the bridge, the steps and such, and that carries you over to the footpath across the bridge and up to the house, or obviously if you do it. And I originally thought about putting it right here, but the number of steps involved, I measured it with my laser level and such, and that's a 7.5 foot step, and I was going to have 7.5 feet from the asphalt to ground down there. So I was going to have, I actually was going to do 3 flights, little 3 foot, a little deck, 3 foot little deck, and then a couple feet to finish it off, and then into a deck. And so I figured that was going to be a monstrosity, and I didn't want the big monstrosity on the side of this hill. And so that's why I decided to do it the way I did. Anyway, I hope this helps.